Good morning, you guys. I know I'm looking off this way. I have my phone turned on its side on my new phone stand, but no, I'm looking right at you. This video today is about love. It is about self-love and addressing a couple of you from yesterday, Pearl and Mahmood, to let you know that all is well with me and my family. The video that I put out for you yesterday was to just let you all know why you haven't seen me. Hang on 1 second, let me move this around because I keep bumping it when I bump my table. God, number one, I am outside where I need to be. This is solid. You guys, get outside and get grounded. My video yesterday was just to let you know why I haven't been around. It's because we lost our little Chihuahua, Finn. He was my daughter's dog. My daughter's perfectly fine, and my son is perfectly fine, aside from the fact that we lost Finn. Finn was very ill. He had a very bad stomach infection. He's a dog that my daughter adopted, and so she didn't know his history. But he got to know 3 years of genuine love before he left this earth. And that does my heart good. So, love is the answer and love is the key. Love heals all wounds. Love heals all things. I know that not every situation in this life has you feeling love, but I will tell you, if you put love into it, meaning how you look at it is going to have everything to do with its life and its evolution, its whole phase, its whole journey in your life, right? And love as in how you look at it, how you treat it, you know, kind of like the way you talk to yourself. If you talk really crappy to yourself, well, that's the energy around it, okay? So if you look at things in a loving way, in a kind, gentle way, that's why I tell you that our world would change if everybody would start to look at life, look at the people in your life, look at the situations currently in front of you in a light, in a better light, in a way of kindness, and say, you know, I don't wish that person any ill will, you know. And furthermore, how you talk to yourself, you know, start being kinder. There's a big blue jay over there. Oh. Anyway, I'm in my favorite place, doing my favorite thing. I've got my coffee in here. The reason I have it in my cup is because I've been adding cinnamon and turmeric to my coffee. I also drink turmeric, apple cider vinegar, cinnamon, and chia seeds every other night. Or I mean, every other morning. I mix it at night and drink it every other morning before I have my coffee. Look up the health benefits of these things that have been around always and forever, and we put our faith in all of these new ultra processed foods that are not good. If you start eating whole foods, you know, start looking at, okay, so we're talking about perspective. You want to get you want to get healthier. Instead of looking at what you can't have, start looking at what you can have. I mean, when people, you know, when you start becoming when you start becoming spiritual, that means living literally. It's the way you look at things that is the difference. I know you know what I'm talking about. It's literal. It's just, like I said, instead of thinking about all the things you can't have, look at all of the things that you can have. And instead of starting out your day with, oh my God, what's the worst thing that can happen? Start saying, what are the best things that can happen? Say, for instance, when you're sitting out in the garden, look around you and say, will I see butterflies today? Will I see dragonflies? I hope so. Start looking for those things. Start looking for the kind of birds you want to see. I don't know, a better place to be, to change your heart and get you real within yourself, but to be out in nature. I cannot think of a better place. So I just want to tell you guys that. And, you know, furthermore, I don't know about you guys, but a spiritual awakening started happening for me when my mother left the earth, when her soul left, you know, when she passed in 2007 suddenly. I started, it was the most traumatic thing ever. And I mean, I lost a baby when I was 34 in the 12th week. But I was okay with it because I knew that the divine had a better plan. And while physically it was extremely painful, it hurt my heart. My husband took it really bad. I was okay with it, you know, and I still pray to him to this day. His name is Gabriel. My son Simon has his middle name. But after my mother died, I started reading anything and everything I could get my hands on as far as the divine and angels, because I knew that there was no way that when you die that was it, that was the end of things, because it simply is not true. Our soul lives on while we're in this, I hate that word, meat suit that people use, our avatar, that sounds better. While we have this and we merely zip out of, you know, zip it, unzip it and step out of it and leave our bodies, our soul is still living. So it caused me to suddenly start looking, you know, my perception of things started to change. I started to look at things in a more positive, favorable light. And my world started changing around me. And honestly, it's when I started waking up to how I was living, meaning that I was not happy in my marriage. I needed to end it. And I was staying because of my 2 children that I had, who were the biggest, best, most beautiful gifts ever the divine could have blessed me with. So while I lost Gabriel, Abigail and Simon came along, and I'm beyond grateful. I started to realize a lot of things, and that's when my children and I also started becoming a plant-based family. And we stopped eating meat, and we stopped eating, consuming dairy and meat, processed foods, and we got involved in the Young Living essential oils. And that right there has been monumental in the growth, the solid, beautiful spiritual growth of our family. Our hearts have expanded tenfold. And I do have a link in my bio there if you guys want to click on it and look around and start living well in that way, and doing your best as a human, in your human footprint on this earth. Every little thing that you do is better than doing nothing. And people will throw their hands up and say, well, I'm just one person. Yeah, but it's what you do and who you know. And, who you talk to, who you touch. And it all begins there. So I wanted to come on and hopefully clear things up about my life. All is well. I've got my kids. I've got Eddie. I do think, however, that Finn is visiting because, as I told you, the night that he passed with us here at home. The electricity was wild in our house. We were zapping each other when we put our arms around each other. It was a beautiful thing. He's already come in all 3 of our dreams. And Eddie definitely knows because Eddie is missing him. Eddie, comes to visit my daughter's room in the morning when we get up and have our, get ready for the day and feed, him and our kitties and make our coffee. But love is the answer. Love is the key. And I'm not talking about that, passionate love. I'm talking about looking at your world, the people and the things and the situations in it in a more favorable light instead of, it's called responding to life instead of reacting to life. Does that make sense? Sometimes things happen and you react. That's natural. But if you are able to stop, pardon me, if you're able to stop, give something some thought, think about it, and come back to it, you're going to have a better, more positive interaction with whatever you're doing, correct? You're going to make better decisions. It's kind of the way they say before signing contracts, don't quickly sign it. Sleep on it, meaning sit with it for a night. Sometimes that's all it takes. Sometimes it takes about 3 days. Give yourself a grace period. That's all. But realize that we are here to have a happy, loving life experience. And that's why more than ever, it is so important to be intentional with your life and your choices. And intentional means genuine. When you're not up to anything, you're not up to being creative or being phony and coming to people with someone other than who you are. Because I would much rather see your beautiful, sweet faces out there in this world than, people in a magazine that have a picture that is a click, that isn't a moment in time. It's an instant. When it stops, they go back to runny nose, drool running out of their mouths, like me, messy hair. I'm always messing with my hair. Think about that. We idolize people in movies. They've got a lot of makeup on. There's a lot of things that can enhance these movies that we see these days. Remember that. Our real life is a lot more favorable, a lot more tangible, a lot more relatable. I can relate to you guys. Those of you who have reached out to me, you guys mean Ninja, Tia, Patty, Mahmood, Pearl, you people that I have spoken with lately, the fact that you speak to me, that you respond and you care about what I have to say means a lot. When I got divorced from my husband, his sisters and I were tight. Or at least I thought we were. They are the aunties of my son and daughter. They left. They backed away. They said at first, well, we're doing this because, you know, we're gonna be this way until the divorce is over. It's probably best. And I thought, oh, okay. And then my sisters, my only two sisters, they walked away from me too. It gets to that thing of, do you want to be right or do you want to love? Correct? I lost all of my mommy friends when I was the yard duty at school. I had about 5 solid mommy friends. But guess what? They were married friends. They faded away. Why? Because they were afraid. Somehow people think when you get a divorce, it's gonna jump off on them. When I was a little girl growing up in the South, I love the South, and my childhood in the South, it was fabulous. My mother had us in church every Sunday, and I can remember when my mother went through her divorce from my dad, and the women friends that she thought she had as well all left, introduced her to each other, you know, to their friends. And they would say, and this is my friend Bonnie, and she's divorced, but she's a nice lady. So, you guys mean a lot to me, okay? And please, if you would like to share my channel, I would absolutely love it. I'm going overtime because I'm trying to get enough followers so that I can post on the community page of YouTube. That's just little blurbs and little feelings that come that I want to post about. Used to have to have 500 followers, and that's waived anymore. So that's I'm trying my best to add color to my channel in the way of more things. Okay? I also have been guided by my wonderful friend Misha, who said, Teresa, start putting shorts out there. Post some of your art, my friend Tia said. You know, and my friend Ninja. So I'm working on that. So bear with me. And you guys have a wonderful day ahead today. Get outside. If it's beautiful where you are, they promised us, they said, well, the sun is shining and it feels like a summer day. Enjoy it, but rain and cooler temperatures are coming. So I'm gonna eat this up with a spoon while I can and share it with you guys. I want you to have a fabulous day today again, and I will be back soon with another video. I'm sending you all peace and so much love, surrounded by the brightest white light you can imagine. That white light is divine light, and it is a light you would be able to look at full on without it hurting your eyes. Talk to you all soon. Have a great day. Okay, I love you all, and thank you again for everything you're doing. Share, subscribe, all that good stuff that people say. Keep moving forward, and as my handsome, thoughtful, incredibly amazing, transforming friend Caleb says, love yourself first.